Welcome ladies and gentlemen to today's installment of Majin Starcraft, and as you can see we're gonna have a match on Lost Temple between LiquidRet and OGS. The problem is I don't know who OGS is. OGS stands for Old Generation Starcrafters, and it's a team, if you will, a professional StarCraft team of some of the best players in the world, such as The Wind, such as Zenio. Fruit Dealer was once in OGS. OGS also has a partnership with Team Liquid for training purposes, and well, let's say that they're some of the best. And I don't know which one of them is right here. They're also a coaching team, so this could be an account where players train. And hey, look, they're training against LiquidRet, but we're gonna call this guy OGS for now. Sadly, I can't say which one it is. The replay description didn't say, and it was in Korean, so yeah. I managed to translate a bit of the text on the specific site, but that didn't help. Now OGS did come in here with the Overlord, and luckily because of him, because he's a Zerg. Look at this! Whoa! Look down here. Look in the bottom left corner. How many observers we have? Liquid TLO observing this. We have Liquid Jinro. We have Imba, Andre, IC Player. We have a lot of people. Let's see what Liquid TLO is watching. We're gonna watch it from his perspective, and it's annoying because I have no idea what he's doing. He's actually spamming APM from an observer point of view. So let's see. Meanwhile, let's get on OGS's view. What I wanted. Did he actually find him? Yes, OGS does know what's going on here. He does know that LiquidRet is actually building a barracks on the low ground. Now, personally, I have no idea what this means. Meanwhile, OGS is going for a very fast expansion, a 13 hatch and a 14 pull, and here we go. More and more drones are coming up. That means that we might see an early marine. Yes, as you see, LiquidRet is probably aware of this position. I'm pretty sure that since this is probably a training match, I don't know if this is a good position for the bunker. It's pretty far off. Since this is probably a training match, LiquidRet is aware of OGS's position, and as you can see, he's coming in here with full strength and full power, and a lot of drones being pulled off the mineral line to try and secure this. But here comes a couple of SCVs and a marine, but the bunker is going to fall. So here we go again. Another bunker being laid down. There is one marine here and another one on the way. The marine will probably be used to do a little bit of harassment on these pros, but he needs to keep that marine alive. The bunker is not gonna finish again, but this is having a big impact on OGS's income. As you can see right now, LiquidRet is fairly ahead, so this is fun to view as a training match, I have to admit. So these players are gonna go out all cheese and try everything to defeat the other player, all the tricks in the book, simply because hey, it's a training match. A spine crawler being laid down, and here are a couple of links, and now these links will probably be able to defeat this. And very nice micro, and the marines actually make it inside, but the SCV dies, and now the marines are inside, gonna take off a lot of these things, and now 3 marines inside the base. However, the spine crawler will go down, and the spine crawler, I think, outranges the bunker. So yeah, or I don't know how this will be, how this will end up for LiquidRet. However, I do believe that the damage is in some ways completely done and justified, because the economical damage has been complete. The income for LiquidRet has skyrocketed, and he didn't devote that many resources to his attack. Let's see, 200 resources for marines and just a couple of SCVs lost. And now gonna try and micro that spine crawler in there, but not gonna be able to. Very nice maneuvering by LiquidRet, getting out his marines and not allowing the spine crawler to burrow. And here come the marines again, not allowing the spine crawler to burrow. Here come a couple of Zerglings and a couple of queens, but once the spine crawler is in, it's gonna start attacking the bunker, and that means, and one marine actually falls, and here we go. Now this entire position is lost, so the bunker is being salvaged, and the marines are gonna run back. This, I have to admit, this is very good for Red, because hey, it's done economical damage. It forced a spine crawler. Well, I suppose a spine crawler would have come up eventually to try and defend. It's forced a lot of resources into Zerglings, because maybe these Zerglings wouldn't have come out so early. So damage has been done in a lot of sense. It has forced good old OGS, whoever he is, the mysterious OGS in this game, to well play into Red hands. Red has forced OGS into a specific build, and as you can see, meanwhile the Red has gone for a 1-1-1 build, and he has a Thor on the way and a starport, and the starport is in nowhere position for a trade. So let's see, there's a medevac on the way probably to heal these a couple of Marines for defenses, or as I said, since this is a training match, we might see a Thor drop. Remember, this is Lost Temple, so expansions hard to defend against a Terran. We might see Thor drops, we might see a tank coming out after this Thor. Let's see, will there be a tank? No, because hey, you can land a couple of tanks on this high ground, and with siege mode you can just pound the expansion, and it's gonna be a while until Mutas or Hydras or whatever later is on the way. So Mutas will be soon a factor, I suppose, and it will be a very good idea. Meanwhile, moving on with 2 more SCVs, laying out 2 more barracks. So this troop will probably mean a bunker to distract the defenses, while the Thor will land on the high ground. As you can see, avoiding the map completely to try and land here without OGS's knowledge. Meanwhile, OGS laying down a second spine crawler, but the problem is, without vision, the spine crawler will be useless, and the Thor will take down all the flying units. And as you can see now, powering the spine crawler, and the spine crawler just falls completely, and now the Thor is completely in. Yeah, the Thor is actually using the ability. No, the Thor is actually bombarding the hatchery, and now that we have 2 queens here attacking the Thor, but we do have SCVs here for repair, and we have a couple of roaches, but while the Thor is getting repaired, the Marines are doing a lot of damage, and the Thor is actually doing a lot of damage. Are the SCVs still alive? Yes, the SCVs are very well hidden behind the Thor, so no, OGS can't really attack them, can't click on them, so he's forced to actually attack the Thor, and he's gonna pick up the Thor. Yes, picking up the Thor just in time, but taking out an SCV, and now gonna repair the SCV, gonna repair the Thor full health. However, since there's only 1 SCV, the repair is gonna take a lot longer, and that means that OGS might have enough time to bring out a Spire, but no Spire on the way. So very nice play from LiquidRet. Meanwhile, inside the base, the wall-in secures this, but not allowing LiquidRet to get the expansion. I suppose right now LiquidRet could just fly his orbital command right here and be completely safe. But hey, very nice play from OGS, securing the, making sure that LiquidRet doesn't get the expansion, and the Thor just using the drop ability, abusing it, using and abusing, not allowing the roaches to do a lot of damage to it, and now gonna drop it again, gonna do a little bit of damage. The roaches are in nice position, not allowing that. The Thor is gonna get there, whoa, taking a lot of damage and picking it up, and he has to be very careful with this SCV, because this SCV can get 2-shotted or 1-shotted by the roach. Let's find out. 16 damage, and the SCV has 46 health, so 3 roaches get a shot off, that's it, the SCV is dead. A new spine crawler here for defensive. If you're wondering how is OGS viewing the high ground, overlords. Meanwhile, the 2 more Thors here for defense. I don't know if that is really good, but there are very few Zerglings here, and a couple of Marines and a few Marauders gonna run in here, but not gonna do that much damage. Thors are so awesome at this point. Meanwhile, the drop harass is still going on there, and now the Thor is in a big trouble because a lot of not getting off a shot, and the Thor managing to survive, gonna drop in and gonna get in for repair. A lot of roaches. Very nice micro from OGS, trying to bring all the roaches so they can get off a shot together instead of just wasting a couple of roach shots. Meanwhile, this Viking for LiquidRet has managed to scout a new expansion for OGS, so this expansion will probably be under harassed by these Thors. OGS securing a second expansion. If we see, there still is no Spire on the way, Stim is on the way, so there will be a transition into some kind of bio build. We have a tank, no siege tech on the way as of yet, or has it done? No siege tech on the way. So the Thor is, and very nice, a drop of roaches, and now it's gonna be very nice. If the SCV gets taken out, that means that no, the SCV is not taken out. Very nice play from OGS, using a drop instead of actually going for mutas, and now the Thor is just going to do a little bit of more economical damage. How many kills does the Thor have? 13, so he is a sergeant, and here comes another drop, and whoa! Oh, that was a bad decision by OGS, putting a lot of those links inside the low health overlord, and now OGS is doing bad because he actually is attacking the Thor. Not necessarily the best plan, because this SCV is right here, and if it would take out the SCV, the Thor would be completely damaged, but now the Thor can simply, well, do a lot of damage. Doing a little bit more drop. We have 4 more roaches and a couple of lings, and here comes the lings and roaches, and I don't know, they pick up very nice. The SCV now finally falls, but the Thor has done his damage. This is a hero Thor. I wish I could unload him to see the number of kills, but now the Thor is gonna drop here and gonna start harassing this expansion, and as you can see, he has 20 kills. He is a commanding Thor. Meanwhile, inside the base, LiquidRet is slowly gonna secure his 3rd expansion. His economy is probably soaring, as you can see. Well, he is not that far ahead, but he is ahead because of the mules. There we go, he's soaring ahead. Another drop for the Thor, but the Thor running away again. So we'll see if this drop actually decides to go for the base, and very nice harassment. He can't actually drop here because there is a couple of roaches and lings here on the defensive, and more roaches and lings on the defensive here. So, and here is a very nice, the Viking doing a little bit of damage to those overlords, and one overlord will fall. No, the overlord does not fall, and this hero Thor being brought back to the base to unite with his brethren, and we'll see what these units do. And as you can see, using the Thor here to take out a scouting overlord, and the overlord is empty. So one more shot. No, another overlord surviving. I have to say, OGS has survived his overlords and has picked off a couple of overlords very neatly. But right now, OGS doesn't have any anti-air. Now mutas are finally on the map, so mutas will be a very decisive factor because mutas are good against Thors. Why? They shouldn't be. The magic box trick is still in effect. They should really fix that. They should really concentrate on how to fix the magic box trick, because it is simply bad. Thors were designed in mind. Let's see, they have Thor's hammer, which shoots ground that does 30 damage, and well, has javelin missile launchers, which does 6 of damage and 12 versus light. Let's see, are mutas light armored? Mutas are, what are they? I have no idea what mutas are. Oh, there we go. Air units, bounces back. Are they light? Yes, light biological. I sometimes am completely retarded. They are light biological, so they are light, and they do take 12 damage. So Thors were designed to be anti-muta, to have that capability to go against mutas. Now the only answer to mutas is Marines, because Vikings do damage to mutas, but since mutas have those those glaives, yes, glaives, I annoy myself sometimes. And now we have, is OGS aware of the high yield? I don't know. OGS is aware of the high yield, and yeah. Meanwhile, let's see what we have here. We're gonna have this massive Terran army move inside the base of OGS, and we're gonna have OGS move inside the base of Terran. So it's gonna be a very close call. We have a lot of Marines here, but as I said, mutas, it's strange. Marines do a lot of damage to mutas, but mutas still have the glaives, so mutas are a powerful unit for the Zerg. And meanwhile, here we go, we're gonna have LiquidRet moving. He's getting pounded a little bit by Zerglings that he's not aware of. Now the Zerglings will fall. Meanwhile, the entire main is gonna fall for OGS, and I believe the main is also gonna fall for LiquidRet. However, LiquidRet doing a little bit of damage to the mutas, doing a little bit of damage, and we have everything popping out. Now let's check out the production tab. The production tab said we were on the production tab. There is siege mode on the way. Will siege mode finish? No, siege mode will not finish. So yeah, tanks are completely useless at the moment. So the main is completely destroyed for OGS. Meanwhile, the main is looking still pretty powerful here. We do have starport, we do have factories, and very nice now lifting up these units, so allowing now damage only to be done by mutas, which is really good. Very nice here, as you can see, laying down a big number of missile turrets to take down anything and anything that comes this way. Meanwhile, there is a planetary fortress to deal with any kind of ground forces, and with enough repair, that thing will do very nicely. Everything is lifting off. The Terran ability just moving out of there, and now we're gonna have an army versus army. There are a lot of Thors in here, and Thors do a lot of damage, but there are also a lot of Lings, and Lings can deal with the Thors very well. OGS needs to move in here. He is securing a new base, but he can't afford to lose this base as well. And here comes the ball. The Terran ball just very nice in there. The Muta box trick also being used, and I think that OGS is gonna win this. OGS is gonna take out everything. Even the hero Thor died in there. We do have medevacs healing everything, but the Marine Marauders are just slowly falling. And now both players, and this poor medevac is gonna fall because of the mutas. Now both players have exchanged mains. which is fairly important. We also have a queen here, a queen drop. Very nice indeed. Both players have exchanged bases. If we look at, let's see, let's check out the food tab. That means army size. We have 27. Oh my god. Right now LiquidRet is in the behind. Well, he has been playing the mostly offensive right now. He is gonna lose this base because the range of the planetary fortress is really far, and now he's slowly moving his orbital command to the island. I don't know if that'll suffice because mutas are still on the map. There is no longer a spire on the map, so no mutas for a while until we get a brand new spire. Meanwhile, OGS securing 2 base, and we'll see how this goes. We do have a couple of marine marauders, a couple of marines here to defend, and the planetary fortress. However, this barracks will fall, and so this will, and so this one, because hey, let's give roaches extended range. Meanwhile, the queen is doing a lot of damage and gonna supply block, I believe, LiquidRet pretty soon, because all these supply depots are gonna fall. And now we have the marines with shield gonna run in here, but the marines are not gonna fare so well against those roaches, and now trying to bait them here and gonna get off a couple of shots from the from the planetary fortress. But now OGS is in the lead in my humble opinion. As you can see, units lost tab is fairly similar. OGS has lost more units, but hey, he's a Zerg, he has more units, bringing up SCVs up across the line to soak up damage. I don't know if that's the best idea. He needs all the harvesters he can get. As you can see, LiquidRet, well, believe it or not, he is actually ahead. So 3 roaches against 4 marines, a lot of marines flying due to concentrated shot, and well, as you can see, armored biological, and 4 marines don't do that much damage, only 6, and I believe, and right now this marine will fall. Yes, but here comes another marine, but no, the roach is running away. But because of roach regeneration, yeah, roaches are gonna regenerate really fast. Now OGS is on 2 base, so as you can see, the income is slowly favoring him. LiquidRet hasn't landed his orbital command as of yet, and no, and he's building a second command center. This thing will probably be a planetary fortress to defend this entrance, and it is very nice because the planetary fortress creates 2 small choke points and easily defended. What should we see here? We got a ping here. What's here? What's here? I have no idea. Whoever pinged me, you did a bad thing. There was no reason to ping. So we have these marines caught out of position. Sadly, we do have mutas, and mutas will be a decisive factor. Eve Stim will not be able to suffice in this situation. Roaches are actually, I think we have roach speed, and yes, the entire army for LiquidRet is being chased off inside the base, and the building this command center will not finish. Meanwhile, we're gonna have the mutas start harassing this command center, so nothing. And now we're gonna have attacking the factory, and the factory is almost done. Here come a couple of marines for reinforcing, and a medevac gonna take out this orbital command. Probably no repair as of yet, no repair. And here come the SCVs to do a lot of damage. However, this army is going to beat this army fairly easy. This factory is trying to pump out tanks, but that's not gonna happen. LiquidRet has been backed into a corner despite the fact that he's been on the advantage for so long. I still have no idea why this expansion isn't actually here, because this expansion could be easily defended with a couple of towers, since there are no mutas on the map. Banelings. So we're gonna have banelings right now. This orbital command being cancelled, so that planetary fortress is no longer a factor. We have a couple of tanks here, and now we have 4 more marines. If we look at the unit size tab, we have only 8 marines and 1 tank versus 9 roaches and 3 queens and 23 zerglings, and the zerglings are gonna be morphed into banelings, and the banelings are just gonna plow through this. OGS has been backed into a corner. He's almost completely mined out. Roaches have taken out this expansion as well. I don't know why he secured this one, because the island expansion would have been a much better choice for him, since there were only 3 mutas, and those mutas would have fallen to a couple of missile turrets really fast. Now this army is looking a little bit stronger. However, these roaches are roaches, and well, they can do a lot of damage. And why did my computer freeze? Why my computer froze, and my computer now finally picked up. For some reason, my computer completely froze there. I have no idea how that is going to result in the video, and the army size is going to fall for OGS. OGS has lost a lot of roaches, but bringing in more roaches. And do we have banelings on the map? No, still no banelings. We still have 19 zerglings, and this Factory has been repaired. There is a little bit of repair going on the orbital command. The orbital command, as I said, the best position would have been the island, and now finally going for the island. This factory will probably fall because the army is in nowhere near a position to fight that. Meanwhile, the expansion is almost done. The minerals are almost done. OGS right now is on 3 base. A little bit of a drop here, trying to get some harass, not doing that much damage. A in-base hatchery to secure even more units. Right now OGS is on 3 bases. As you can see, the income is skyrocketing because of, well, 3 bases, a complete harvester advantage. Meanwhile, we have a overlord here, so the overlord has spotted this, so I suppose a layer will be morphed in pretty soon to get that spire and to take out the only source of income for LiquidRet. So LiquidRet is now stuck on Marines and Marauders and gonna bring off a couple of tanks. No Thor as of yet because, well, no armory, and sadly he's not mining gas quite efficiently. He only has 2 SCVs on gas, so all these SCVs will probably go on gas, and these idled ones should go on gas. But yeah, we have 15 harvesters. Slowly this expansion is coming back. Securing the gas as well. I suppose a good idea would be to get missile turrets, because hey, missile turrets would be able to defend against it. Would be able to defend against a couple of mutas. That mutas will probably be on the way pretty soon. Strangely enough, still no hatchery. There's a spawning pool on the way. I suppose that means that LiquidRet probably managed to take out the spawning pool. Meanwhile, we have a couple of harass from up here. OGS has nothing to deal with any kind of air right now, and here we have a lot of Marines moving out. No Marauders as of yet. Meanwhile, the barracks is gonna land and gonna trap these Marines in here. Not the best of choices. Poor Marines stuck inside there. I don't think that they have a way to get out. We need to run away. We need to get out. We need to join our brethren. But that's not going to happen. So we have a lot of Marines using stim. And there is a tank here. Is siege mode? No, siege mode is still not done. Ah, crap. Another freeze. I have no idea why this is happening. It shouldn't happen, but hey. So we're gonna have in here, this base is probably gonna fall. We have a lot of roaches coming in here and a lot of lings taking out the poor tank. The tanks have not done the best they can, best possibility, spreading out the units, not allowing the surround. And LiquidRet calls the GG, and OGS actually wins it. LiquidRet knows that since he couldn't even take out this expansion, he was just done. He was backed into a corner, no longer getting an income from here. Drop here, as I said, not building those missile turrets. A couple of missile turrets on the edge would have done enough damage to overlords to stop them. From getting a drop, but now he's lost complete income. His army was decimated, and well, whoever OGS is from the OGS team won. So as you can see, a lot of observers, Liquid Brathawk, Liquid Jinro, Player, Liquid TLO, Empire. So a lot of observers here, as you can see. A lot of people, even Liquid Hawk was in here. So this match was viewed by a lot of people, and hopefully it will be viewed by a lot of people via my channel. So yeah, thank you for watching, and hopefully next game I won't have computer freezes. See you guys next episode.